This is not the second video I'm making. This is not the third video I'm making, nor is this the fourth video I'm making. I have lost count of how many videos I've made in this sitting, of course. Don't journal, folks. Recount your stories and troubles as if they were stories. Recount them as if they were stories. I'm going to recount to you how I've bought myself a table and a microphone. And I've let myself smoke a little bit over the past few weeks, over the past 2 weeks, to find some stable ground, you know, from a place, from a time where I thought my reality was cracked, and that it was cracked, and that whatever comes from those type of thoughts. But I'm doing pretty okay. I'm at least surrounded by people that adore me, and I don't really have to put up a persona, which we all love to do, and so do I. Though I've kind of been out of practice with that for a little while. Because when you work in customer service, you just have to be nice. Or that's at least what I thought. You know, sometimes you can be a little, yeah, right. But everybody likes whatever. Yeah, you're right, brain. Yeah, everybody likes a jokester. And the best type of jokesters don't really hurt people's feelings. They roast them in a kind way. But it also depends on the recipient. If the recipient gets butt hurt easily, they'll go like, what the fuck's that supposed to mean? You think you're funny? Huh? Let me tell you something, actually. You know, that's not funny. And then you're like, whoops. So, that's a great excuse. I've started making these videos at this sitting because I have to come to a conclusion on how I end this. I threw out my other cigarette pack in hopes of I did that with Zins too, because at some point I just got like I would just zin out on the bed doing absolutely fucking nothing. At least with cigarettes I have to be like, well, you know, but with Zins I was just like, and at some point they didn't even make me sick. They didn't do anything. So like I thought, that's it, that's the end. But then I said, oh, what do I do now? So I bought myself some cigarettes. And I shouldn't be. I don't want to be. It's not the example I want to be setting. No, it isn't. It's not the person I want people to see. No, it isn't. I don't want to be the type of person that has to be on a leash with some type of habit. And I think the flow state and the divine creative spirit finds people that are okay with where they are and that aren't constantly going like, you know. And over the past few years, I've become a very person because I've been in a deficit of everything. Because of a selfish act I made. That was not, that was to find out who I was. It was to see what I was capable of doing. Did I? Yeah. Slowly. Did what I did. But I did. I am. It's a process. It takes a while. And as the Vasilisa story goes, where she meets Baba Yaga in the forest and does some chores for her in order to get fires to her mean sisters and stepmother, as Vasilisa said, when she was asking Baba Yaga some questions, And then she thought maybe I shouldn't ask this question. She said, "You know what, Baba Yaga? You're right. Sometimes knowing too much is bad for you." And I think in the process of me trying to clean my karma, and in the process of reaping the decisions I have made, I've come to depend on having knowledge on whatever this is, and knowing myself from every action, and trying to fix myself by thinking about the problem too, all that jazz. And I think that's kind of like sucking the life out of me. And I'd like to say I'm a person that likes to joke around, but I'm as dry as so maybe I should indulge in being dumb. And I said this. I'm sorry to say this, but where's my phone? I'm not looking for that because I have it in a journal that I've put away, but I said this to myself. I don't know a lot of shit. I was journaling affirmations, and I'm like, I don't know a lot. Okay? That's okay, but it just doesn't seem to fucking nail it into my fucking head that I'm still a dumbass that is 23 years old, and that there's a lot of fucking shit I'm gonna look back in a few years and go, yeah, you fucking, yeah, But like, I hope not in that much type of like a resentful way. I hope it'll be in a laughing at the past way. But then somebody in an argument told me, you know what? I look at you and I see you as a dumb girl. I see you as somebody that thinks that they know everything, that thinks they're above everything, and you act so cool. And then I was like, you are wrong in several aspects. Number one, it being that I journaled that to myself, so I know it better than you. But like, in my defense, I really wasn't acting in any type of way. In my defense. But that's okay. That's alright. Shit happens. So yeah, maybe that's not why I didn't internalize it. I guess it comes from me using it as a crutch. Me thinking that I know the secrets of the universe, and I know how life works, and I know what life is. Which I don't, because every day I look at it like a different conclusion or a different idea or a different hypothesis to what life is and reincarnation is and all of that fucking shit. And I'm like, this could be it, actually. And then the next day I'm like, yeah, this feels right. And I'm like, no, this feels right. And when you're doing that, when you're listening to all of these ideas, and when you're listening to all of these quotes, reading all of these things to try to hype yourself up and motivate yourself, you don't really develop your own sense of thinking. As flawed as it might be, it's always flawed. And you don't reach perfection. You just reach, what's the word? Not synchronicity. You just reach a balance. You can't really reach that balance if you're listening and reading other quotes to hype you up. It worked at some point when you didn't really have the sense of self. But though it happened late at 23, you do, okay? And now you are struggling with the fact that there is nothing to you because of how much shit you listen to. Yeah, and yeah, sometimes you write good songs. But I know I can write better shit. I know there's shit bubbling in me, and I understand that being what I want to be, what I think I can be, isn't a good use for society. It actually makes a lot of people feel bad about themselves. But I hope that I can become a performer that includes people, a performer that doesn't stand there and always just look pretty. I mean, serve those looks, but also make it an experience. Make it a good experience. Make it a fucking safe experience, but make it an experience. Then in that part is like, yeah, but sometimes you gotta be selfish with your actions. What if you like being in front of a screen and you like people looking at you? Is that true? Is that true? Doesn't every pop psychologist say that that's just a need for attention and validation? That you're worth something? I mean, I'm not saying I'm not good at it, but like, I'm just saying, I think everybody's good at, for example, acting if they're confident and just standing still. Other news, other analytical news. It's crazy how, when you believe that your reality is shattered, comes from a main reason of like you not being able to perform in a certain type of persona anymore. And then you start listening to all of these things like you don't need to do anything. You don't need to perform. You don't need to be a character. But from that, I learned that you are here to experience the minuscule, unique perspective of yourself. And not everything is selfish. It's just as you grow, you learn what you don't like doing and what you do like doing. Yeah, and sometimes you forget. Maybe you forget because you start sewing yourself into places where you kind of have to change your colors or shit like that. And that you don't remember the colors you had to begin with and jazz, you know. I don't have a favorite color. I said black last time, but it's because I always wear black when I go to work. Black looks good on everybody. I think all colors are beautiful. I really like green. I like blue. I like pink. I like orange. I like purple. I love red. I mean, I like red. I love all. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I don't even know what my favorite color is. Now, on a serious note, though we technically don't have free will, though our actions are a domino effect of other actions, though it all seems like to be following a script, the more you think about that, the more inaction you take. I mean, the more inaction you are. Yeah. That's about it. Alright, folks. Well, you didn't help me. Thank you a lot. I'm just gonna go deal with this pack of cigarettes like an adult. And smoke it. Thanks. Have a great one. Bye.